Hello, good afternoon. It's Wednesday, the 23rd of July today. Everton have flown out to the US ahead of the Premier League Summer Series. Ciano Barry was rocking the shorts and the glasses and his baseball cap. He was ready. Looked ready for action.
Ready for what?
This morning, ready for the flight.
Action, is he ready for a flight?
Yeah, but he's ready for Irish. Looked like he was saying, I'm here. No one else has signed, but I have. And that's what I mean business. I mean, it isn't true because Mark Travers has signed as well, but they're off to the States. We go tomorrow. It's time tomorrow. We will be a couple of hours into our flight. So it's all good. All good. What are your thoughts?
On what?
On Everton flat, on the Summer Series coming up.
Well, two steady wings there.
Really?
Good tail spin. Pilot looked...
Are you looking forward to the flight? Because I know you love flying.
I've already got like a dodgy ear.
I've got a dodgy stomach, so we're good.
No, I'm not dodgy stomach. I woke up yesterday with like really that thing you get when you fly.
Only like feeling sick, nothing.
I already had it.
Yeah,
And
have you? Maybe the plane will reset
you
it.
can tap on your head and it's like...
I hate that.
Like, I normally get that once I've flown and it doesn't go away for like 3 days. I've already got... It's like my brain's gone. Glad you're getting it anyway. So you might as well just get it 2 days.
Too early, and we'll get rid of it by the time, so you won't have to suffer it.
But I've just got this
The plane might reset it.
this horrible feeling that when the pressure hits me, it's just going to blow up.
I can't see it. I mean, I can't guarantee it, obviously.
Apparently my mic's off.
Oh, okay.
Is it off, James?
I don't know. A couple of people saying my mic's off.
All right.
Hello.
I'm giving up on you.
Is it me you're looking for? There's no point in saying your mic's off. It's not me. It's in control of the mic. You can just say your mic's off. But
They did say
no, I know. But it felt like they were like saying it was my fault,
Maybe they were.
and it was really James's fault. He just seems to be on like a go slow. He's playing with his toys over in the corner. Remember in school, last day of school, playing with toys.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm on it now. I'm on it. He's still got work to do. Just not the same way.
Maybe
Just chilled work.
I just thought maybe I couldn't hear myself, but apparently everyone couldn't hear me. But yeah, no. Listen, it is what it is, isn't it? But
He's disappointed that
like always,
the plane has gone and there's no Everton players, no new Everton players on it.
no, because I think we all knew that anyway.
I know. I'll be honest, I'm trying to squeeze as much out of this plane, Everton, and travelling to America today as I can.
I'm just happy we're going on the plane with a win.
That is
With a win
key.
under our
That
belt.
was key. It was key.
With a win under our
Well,
belt.
good with both of those goals, by the way. Nice.
But it was like proper like Ronaldo free kick, wasn't it? Like he probably does them at training every day, and he just thought, I'm still in training. There's no one here. Add 50,000 people to the crowd.
I think
Let's
he
see.
just turned into that this season, though. James Garner, the free kick specialist,
Yeah.
was just banging them in from everywhere.
Yeah.
Good finish from Alcaraz as well.
No, it was nice goal. No, well, I mean, that first goal is sort of like what a functioning football team would do. Fella, left-footed winger on the right, cuts in, leaves the space for the right back. He gets up the pitch, he puts a ball in first time, centre midfielder smashes it in. That's like functioning football, isn't it? That's how it's supposed to be. So I'm all over that. Let's see if it continues
Against better opposition. According to Sky Sports this morning, James McPartland has rejected the move to Germany, wants to stay in England.
That gives us a chance. I feel like
Putting Everton on high alert, it says. Forest as well, of course. Crystal Palace apparently thrown there at him. There you go. James McPartland. Interesting.
Let's do it.
Do you think we could get him? Or do you think he's more likely to go to Forest?
I think
just
he's
with
more
your-
likely to go elsewhere, but it doesn't mean we can't get him. I mean, you got to be in the race, haven't you? You got to be in there to get him. So
Do you think with both Forest and Palace as well, potentially losing their like number 10s for a lot of money, that he's like sort of their replacement for Eze and Gibbs White?
He probably is. But just because they want him as a replacement doesn't mean they get him, does it? I want a lot of things, James. No, who knows?
if he go, is Ron Nodes back?
Big Ron's
I
back.
feel like these are the days when Ron Nodes used to say silly things about Everton.
Remember when he had to go?
Chris Armstrong.
Ron
Remember that?
Nodes, though.
Ron Nodes. You had to be there.
About Crystal
You had to be there.
Crystal Palace. though.
Crystal Palace. And I remember that somewhere.
Palace.
Remember him mouthing off saying Crystal Palace were bigger than Everton. Yeah. Thanks, mate.
Everybody laughed at him.
Ron
Wasn't
Nodes.
just Everton fans who laughed at him. Everybody laughed at him.
We're on YouTube today because we're not doing the club call. Because we're going to America and we've got things to do. So we're not doing the club call. So this will be our one and only live show of the day.
So soaking in.
So soak that live goodness up into your pores.
Yeah, it's
Put
mad,
that
isn't
on a poster.
it? Mad.
Put that on a poster. Yeah. Yeah, that was funny. Ron Nodes trying to Chris Armstrong, who was one that we. It was that time, wasn't it, when we were desperate for a striker, and it was like him. David Hurst was the other one, wasn't he, from Sheffield Wednesday? We were really close on getting him, and
Really.
and we ended up getting Dunk, basically, didn't we? He basically like filled the gap that were left by all these players. Not signing, but I just remember that Chris Armstrong. He ends up where he go Spurs and he was garbage. But yeah,
He was rubbish.
he was rubbish. He couldn't cope with playing for a big club. But yeah, I'd be interested to know. Just throwing this out as a general chat. Anyone been down the shop? What's your experience? Just a couple of things. Just a couple of things, to mention about it. If you've been down the shop, what was your experience of like the parking and stuff and all that kind of jazz? Let us know in the comments if you have been. We will be doing lives from America. We will be doing lives. Obviously, there'll be travelling and stuff involved. So we'll be doing our first live Friday 1 o'clock. It should be 1 o'clock UK time. It'll be the same for everyone. We'll be doing it earlier, and then yeah, we'll be trying to do regular lives while we're over there. And obviously all the videos, so we're not just going to be like radio silent for the time we're there. So yeah.
Elliot Chester says, seen a few journalists suggest we had a bid accepted for Kubo overnight. Where? I haven't seen any of that. Let me know where you saw it. Can't see it, but be great if we did, to be fair. Mark 1878, who's a YouTube member, says, afternoon Ped, enjoy your vlog yesterday about the Everton Superstore. You did a brilliant promotion for it, better than the club did.
Mark 87.
Okay. Well, he's
No, not in a bad way. Mark is quite vocal on Twitter.
how is he? Yeah.
About Everton.
The frustration. Is he frustrated?
He is
with
frustrated. I
Everton?
won't have a go at Mark. He's frustrated, and I get it. Sometimes he can push the boundaries, and we've all been there.
You recognise that?
I recognise that massively, but I get what Mark was saying. Mark was saying yesterday, Everton didn't put any real emphasis on that shop opening in terms of like, I would call it a soft launch. I think Everton, the shop wasn't finished. I don't know whether it's finished today. There was still things in the shop, right? I'm not having a go at anyone. The shop should have been open last week. So there's failings somewhere. But the shop wasn't fully fitted out yesterday, right? So Everton, I don't know whether Everton have gone, let's not make a big hoo-ha about this.
Yeah.
Make like a little soft launch, And that's why I did want to like just have a little chat about the shop. The Everton didn't really put any effort into promoting the shop at all. Like, there was no like no players, ex-players, anything going on. They didn't do anything beforehand. It felt like a real soft launch, and I feel like that was deliberate, just because they wanted it sort of like fully fitted out, and it wasn't. There was still little things to do, and fair enough, I get that. But I'll also think, well, maybe you should have waited till it was fully done and then done a big thing about it. So I get it, but I seen Mark's tweeting last night. He wasn't very happy about that at all, because other clubs do make a big deal of these things and do encourage as many people to go to the store as possible to buy their gear, and we'll make a big fanfare of it. And I get all that, and there's nothing wrong with that. Everton basically just put a couple of bits online about it being open, and they didn't make a big deal of it. As I said, I don't know whether that's purpose. They've done that on purpose, sort of to keep it sort of like, so that not everyone flocks to it at once. I don't know. People have different ways of doing it. It wouldn't have been the way I done it. But one of the things I would want to discuss is the parking down there is horrendous. It really is another absolute mess.
Is that Everton's fault?
Well, this is what I want to talk about. Is it Everton's fault? No, but I think Everton have to open a car park down there. I think Everton have to, once the workies have gone. There's a car park on the next dock that's being used right now for the workmen, and that's fine. But it would be nice.
That might be used, though, might it?
It'd be nice to get some clarification if that will be taken over by Everton and be used on a non-match day. Maybe tarmac, made nice. Could be that. Will that be used on a non-match? Someone actually said to me yesterday, and I'm not. This is the first thing someone said to me as I was walking to the ground. They went, "You were right. You mean, what's the situation with the parking?" I went, "This is it." And he went, "Well, the parking, not having parking, just cost Everton £100 because I'm not going in that shop to buy a kit because I said I can't park." That was the first thing someone said to me. So straight away. And then when I was going back to my car, someone said to me, "Are we allowed to park here?" And I was like, "I don't know." And he went, "I thought you might know." And I went, "Well, there's no yellow lines, but there's these signs saying end of permit zone." So it was like, it was
so that
really...
means you can park then?
No, but it wasn't, because where we were parked was the end of the permit zone, so that it was pointing to like Regent Road. That's what I'm saying. It was really confusing, and I was like,
park up the road next to the site.
no, but it's really confusing though.
No, but I'm saying that's where you can park.
No, I know, but it says, but if you don't know that,
yeah.
then it's really confusing.
No, it is. That's not good at all.
So people were like parked all on double yellow lines, and it won't be long. It won't be long till someone goes to the traffic wardens. You've got a free hit there, lads. Go and fill your quota. And it takes 10 minutes to walk around that shop. And honestly, if you're parked on those double yellow lines like I saw yesterday, people are going to come out and find tickets on their car.
Yeah. If it's double yellow, yeah.
And that's not a good advertisement for people who go in the shop. I just think it's important that like stuff like this gets sorted out. If Everton do have an opportunity and to take that car park, even if it only has 20 bays in it, then please get that sorted so people know that when they go down there, they feel calm and comfortable. People, not everyone's like, people do worry about these things. People do worry about parking on double yellow lines or worry, and they'll people will drive around in a circle. See, there's no
one
spaces.
should really be parking on double yellow lines at any time.
So people will drive down
your own good.
See that there's nowhere to park and just get off. And personally, I think for a shop, for an Everton shop, I think that's unacceptable, really. I mean, there wasn't loads of places to park for the other shop, but they got by. And I think that's the same with this. I think Everton, if that can be used, because it is being used as a car park now for the workmen, if that can be used afterwards, Everton should make that clear to people.
Is that on Nelson Dock?
Yeah.
Is that what Nelson Dock is? So
if that... Again, we talk about communication all the time, and I don't feel like I'm speaking out of turn here. The shop doesn't have a car park. I don't think that's acceptable. But I also realise that people can't be parking on the other side.
Liverpool don't have a car park.
Who gives a fuck?
No, I'm saying.
Who cares? But they all flock up in buses on...
Just saying. It's not always a thing guarantee with something. However, the information needs to be out there of what you're expected to do. The only way I'm going to get to the shop is by driving, isn't it? Like most people, unless you live in town and you're on a walk, not really going to happen, is it? So,
and also people see it as an opportunity to go and see the ground as well.
No, there should be all the information.
It would just be good if there was a little bit of clarification on, certainly on Nelson Dock or whatever, because, as I said, I don't think it's a good thing that people go down there and the parking is all over the gaff.
Yeah, if Everton can provide a car park, and they may well be able to, but you're right when the others go, but if they can't right now, at least tell everybody where you can park close to the ground. So if those roads are by the Titanic up the road there. Let people know, say you can park close to, you know, within a 5-minute walk or within a 10-minute walk from the shop in these roads, so people can go, oh, well, we know we can put it.
Because it is confusing.
Yeah.
If you see a sign saying end of the thing you zone, people will be like, oh, I don't know if I can park here or not, and then you're like, well, you know what, I'll leave it. And with the other shop being obviously in Liverpool 1, you have to park up, don't you? You have to park up. You will have to pay something. You have no choice. You have to walk into the city centre to get it. And it will put people off. That's all I'm saying. I want people to go to that shop, of course I do. I want people to go to the shop.
Think of it like this, right? Further ahead. It's a shop right now, yeah? That's just opened. They want everyone to use the ground every day. That's what they're selling. Exactly. It's a 365, you know, 24. It's not 24/7, even though they threw that out once.
Yeah.
You know, it's a 365 stadium with a restaurant that is open and you can go and use it. Okay, well, we want to go we'll go down. So we go to the new ground, take James to the new ground for lunch. You know, business lunch, all us football. Where do we park? We're going to a restaurant. Where do we park? Do we just look for a road? Let us know. If you want people to use that area, or whether it be the restaurant, they're not open yet, I'm just talking moving forward, whether it be the restaurant, or whether it be the going to the shop, where are people going to park? Obviously, tours will be open. Where are people going to park?
MB says loads of places to park. People who are struggling just don't know the area. Bootle, Eds know the gaffs. It takes time for Southenders to figure it out. Mate, I was there yesterday. The roads are covered in yellow. They've redone the whole road, and it's covered in, outside the Bramley Moor now, everything is covered in double yellow lines. So it's dead easy to say we know where to park. But people want to park right outside the shop. They want to park right outside the shop. And there should be a car park. It's like, it's dead easy to say, well, if you can park up there. People don't know the area, and that's the thing. People don't know the area. Also, David, I don't think the Fan Plaza is too big, mate. I think the Fan Plaza might look too big when it's empty, but come a match day, and Everton want that Fan Plaza full of fans. Also, that Fan Plaza isn't just a Fan Plaza on a match day. It's a concert space for Everton to make money from it as well. So it's not so. To have a car park situated on the Fan Plaza, I don't think that would look really nice. I don't think it would make any sense. So I just think it should be something. I just think there should be something there on a match day. On a non-match day where people can park. As I said, people might. When I was there yesterday, and I'm not saying the shop wasn't. You see me video, the shop wasn't rammed as such. It wasn't like full of people, but I'm telling you right now, outside the bay outside, which is free parking, was full. There was cars parked outside Bramley Moor on the curb on double yellow lines. There was cars parked up those side roads on double yellow lines. There was cars parked down the road on double yellow lines. The road next to the Titanic was absolutely full of cars, and they're not all in the shop, are they? So this is what I'm saying, is that there should be a car park, or somewhere there should be some clarification where you can park and where you can't park on a non-match day.
That's all it is.
That's all it is, just so people don't feel confused. And you know what? If we've got the information, we can pass the information to you. So
that's all it is.
Yeah.
No one's saying, I'm certainly not stamping my feet because Everton haven't got a car park for the shop. I'm just saying, if it isn't going to be one, let people sort of know whereabout you can park. That's all we're saying. Just information, isn't it? And then people are all right going there, excited to go to the shop and know exactly where they park.
But there is a car park.
You can't park around the back.
There is a car park around the back, but obviously that's for the people who work at the ground, staff, and guests of the club. So that's all it is. The shop itself's great. I didn't see a lift, but I do presume there's a lift in there clearly, but I didn't see the lift. The other thing I would say about the shop is I would encourage fanatics to maybe put like a little coffee bar in there. It doesn't have to be a cafe. It can be because we're like a little coffee bar. If you go in, there's a shop in town you probably haven't seen. No, Uniglow. You know the shop Uniglow, So there's a coffee shop. It's not a shop. It's Derek's. Yeah, the Derek's, haven't you? Derek's Butty Shops. No, okay. So they've got like a little coffee thing. Nice. So it's not like it has coffees and it has like a few pastries, but it doesn't. you just get them on the go sort of thing. And when we were in loads of shops in London, they had loads of these little coffee things. They're not coffee shops, they're just little. And
So what do they look like?
just like little trolleys. Just like little trolleys, just little displays. They have someone behind them.
That'd be great.
Everton should have them because the space in front of the window is absolutely perfect. They're encouraging people to come in, sit down, have a little look at the little sort of museum displays. Have a little coffee shop, a little coffee stand, so people can just get a drink and that. Like we experienced when we were in Germany. You sit down and then you go, oh, you know what? I'll go back down and get that thing that I wanted, or I will go and buy that, rather than going in the shop, having a quick look around, going, nah. I think that would make it better as well. I think that would make it better. Source someone locally, get a local coffee place like Bean or whatever, and ask them to come in and set up. And even if it's just like a temporary thing on a non-match day or a 2-week trial or something, see how it works. And just obviously once it's all everyone's used to the place and all the staff are used to the place.
If it's easy to do, why not? Why not?
And all it is
Give
just
people another option.
Just another option, isn't it? You come in and you come and get it. Because I've always said for years about Goodison is one of the things about it is like not having somewhere to be able to just go and have a drink, like go to some Goodison and go, oh, I'm just going to go and grab it. And I know they did want to build that at one time. And I think that would be helpful there. Or put a coffee shop in the hydraulic tower.
That'd be good. I don't know whether it's big enough.
No, but again, not a coffee shop.
Oh, just
like a little somewhere
version.
to sit and somewhere to just grab a coffee, you know, whatever, you know, and sort of thing. So, yeah, that's all it is. That's all. That's. I just hope they get it sorted. That's all. I really hope they get it sorted.
See what happens, eh? See what happens. No, there hasn't been any other right back links. Two people have just asked. We link with Fadzinidas, weren't we? But not sort of heard any more on that really. But we'll see. We'll see. Life as an Evertonian says crazy, isn't it, Ped? How much parking space is there at Evo Park?
James was just flabbergasted by Blackburn on its own. James was like, it looks like Wales. James thought it was like a metropolis.
It's just Blackburn, isn't it?
It's just Blackburn, isn't it? It's just Imagine if he'd gone to Aki. My God, his head would have come.
I used to go to Blackburn, you should go to the KFCs, you're coming over the top of the hill. And go there and park up and go in there before you go down into the town. It's nice, like a hike, and then you go down. And then down into like the middle, and you go down. There's like McDonald's is on the right, and then you go round to the ground. But yeah, we'd come in that way.
I was impressed though by you were impressed by the amount of small like sort of Tesco's and co-ops, weren't you?
What would they need?
James, you're asking.
And literally all the traffic stopped for that. Just one man on a walking stick.
Yeah. That's community, that.
Yeah.
Mike Bond says, Baz, would you take Ridley Baku as a right back? I did champion Ridley Baku about 5 years ago, maybe. I can't remember. 6, 5, 4. Good few years ago. Flying down the wing when he was in the German under-21 side. He is a good player. He's been a little bit up and down, but he is a good player. He's quick. He is very quick. The only issue with him, slight issue with him, is he's actually he was a winger. But then that's good, because you want someone who's going to fly forward, don't you? And he's not bad. The other lad, Friendstrup, is it? The midfielder, Morton Friendstrup. I'm not sure about him. Friendstrup. He looks decent, I'm just not sure.
Isn't he the one who's statistically the closest to Idrissa in Europe?
We were linked with him the other week, weren't we?
Yeah.
I think.
Get him. Get him.
Yeah. Ben says Samuel Lino. Samuel Lino's not bad. It's quite lively. However, good on the floor. But hey,
good in the kitchen.
Yeah. But he's someone who plays off the left more, again.
It's like we're magnetised to them, aren't we?
So you'd have to... Again, we'd probably have to throw him on the right, and that's not ideal.
Yeah.
Because you're doing that thing again. He's quite lively. He's like not slow. He's not, he's not an absolute sprinter, but he isn't slow.
Yeah.
But he's someone who likes to come in off the left again, and we've got Njai doing that.
Yeah.
Are we going to convert Njai over to the right? Is that going to be good for Njai? I don't know. Played very well here.
We need to buy a right winger.
No, well, that's it. That's what I'm saying.
If you start changing the tune, then it's over. It's over. Everton have to buy a right winger, and if they don't buy one, then we will have failed.
What I'm saying is, if that's what you're gonna do, it makes it. You start then changing what you had your mindset on, don't you? Everton have been looking for that. MOYES had look at that.
Yeah, we need a right winger. I remember literally when the window shut last September and saying we need a right winger, and then someone told me that we had one. His name, Lindstrom. I was like, no, he's not. He's a proper right winger.
He wanted thingy, didn't he? He did want Ernest Nuamar in January, but
they just have to buy one.
But
They
Moyes
just have to
didn't
pull the
rate him.
trigger on one.
Yeah.
Because we haven't got one.
Maybe there is stuff going on.
Yeah, I'm not saying there isn't. I'm just saying let's not change our tune. By the way, I'm not being funny, right? Look, that's just amazing. We need stuff.
Indeed.
The new Roma
that is
kit
nice.
is unbelievably nice.
That away kit's really nice. That's the first time I'd seen it other than pictures, and like Zach was actually made up with it. You got it out and put it on. It's like a polo. It's lovely.
Yeah, it is nice.
It's really nice, like a polo shirt. It's really good, and it's more yellow than it.
Yeah,
I was telling James, you've probably seen Norwich's marketing on their new kit.
Oh, it's yellow.
But it's just like they've put. So when you get all of that, like it's developed by 11,000 plastic bottles being recycled by an elephant and all that. So they got all this, and Norwich have just put like crosses through it, going, yeah, it's yellow. It's a colour.
It's yellow every year, though, for them, isn't it?
No, it is. I thought it was funny. Really nice.
Wasn't there like 1 year when they didn't have to wear their away kit once? They had like 3 kits and they didn't have to wear them, and I'm sure they just like made sure they wore it in some like stupid random game because they were like, we haven't worn an away kit.
They do it, don't they? They will, sort of.
Interested FC said, when is the next episode of the Rubber Brick in the Pool?
Rubber Brick in the Pool, if you know, you know. If you know, you know.
All the children of the UK gaslit for many years by their schools.
They weren't. It was teaching you tricks.
How to find a brick. How to save a brick's life. Tremendous.
Okay. Have you seen that yet, Liverpool City?
Yeah.
Philip says, I like the Roma kit with the ASR badge. Wish we had a kit with the classic late 80s EFC badge.
Yeah, we should have gone with the old EFC badge, the one we had on the stuff towards the end of last season, with the on the light blue and on some of the gear for the last day of the season. I think we should do that old
On like a third kit.
Yeah, it's got beautiful. Or just do another range of just gear with just that badge on, polos or whatever. It's unbelievably nice.
Chris Pearson says, have a great time in the States, lads. Adam M says, enjoy your time away, lads. Don't let the football get in the way of a good trip. Mark Max says, I was reading the Paul Fail summary of the match. They played a different team in each half, including Silas. I know it's only pre-season, but it looks like we scraped the result. Going to America with one new outfield signing's not ideal. Is this going to be the whole squad for the Leeds game? Well, no, because the Leeds game's like a month away, isn't it? Everton didn't have all the team, did no Brantwaite. Who else was it?
Keane and Irabunum.
No Keane, no Irabunum. Onyango was there. It's read into it whatever you want, can't you? They played at the stadium. They won the game 2-1. They scored 2 decent goals. For all I know, Everton missed 25 chances and it could have been 11, 12-1. Don't know. But we didn't come away from Accrington goal and that should have been 9-1. So we were brilliant, did we? It's because it should have been about 9-3. But it's just a game, isn't it? I don't know, Mark. I don't know, mate. Read into it what you will, but we're quite clearly either dithering or we're being smart in our negotiating and we're not getting dragged over the coals for players, for transfer fees or whatever. So I don't know what the right answer is. Do we just everyone banged on about not paying over the odds for players and not giving players big wages. But then when we don't get players, because maybe that's what's happening, everyone moans about it as well. So I don't know what you do. It's one of them, isn't it? It's like the same with, I don't know, like we spoke a little bit about Souček yesterday. Whether people, you know, Everton should just pay the money for him if it's 15 million, whatever. But say Everton bought him and he got 1 goal this season and got picked up injuries and was a bit rubbish and he'd signed a 2-year deal and he was on over 100 grand a week, which is what he wants. People would be going off their heads. Waste of money, terrible signing, but you can't get rid of him. You can't because he doesn't want to leave. It's difficult, isn't it? You all know how frustrated I am that we haven't got a right winger in, but maybe, I don't know. Maybe.
It's just dead boring, isn't it?
That's what it is.
It's just dead boring.
It's cost us no. We're going there. We've gone off to America. We've still got all the same players. We've got no one to play on that. It's going to be Dwight McNeil until we get another one, isn't it? And that doesn't work. So what do you do? You've got to just leave them, let them get on with it. I'm sure they're trying to do deals, but if we're sort of saying we don't want to be blowing money that we've got, then we have to allow them. The issue is we don't know if that's the case, do we? But say it is the case, let's assume the reason why Everton don't have players in at the moment more is because they're trying not to pay over the odds for players.
It's just dead boring. And yeah, sooner we get a player in, certainly a right winger. Kubo name keeps getting mentioned, doesn't it? They play the last game tomorrow, I think, in Japan. But we just, and the thing about it is, someone like that, if he has got a clause and they are interested, maybe you should just pay.
I mean, I've no idea.
Do you know what I mean? It's just, but that's the problem, isn't it? It really, you know, people are bored. People are bored of the same old players that they don't believe are good enough.
We are going to get to see Tierno Barry, aren't we? And that's a positive.
Yeah.
Young striker, just signed him, decent money. It's our big signing of the summer so far. We are going to get to see him in America. We've not seen him yet, so that's going to be something to look forward to. Everyone. Whether will he play Saturday? Possibly get some minutes. I imagine near the end on Saturday. I know he's only had a week's training. He will have had a week's training, but he only stopped playing a few weeks ago. He's not going to have lost all his fitness. And he was working out in Miami and he was working out in Mykonos where he was on holiday. He was back Monday, wasn't he? He's trained, you know, and he'll pick up the training again tomorrow in America.
Yeah.
And Friday, and then the game Saturday. So I imagine he'll come off the bench on Saturday evening. So we will get to see someone new, and that's at least that's quite exciting to get when you get to see a new striker or whatever. But I imagine the manager is a little bit frustrated that we haven't got more in the door so far. Because they always are. All of them are, aren't they? And rightly so. You want everything yesterday. As a manager, if you had a magic wand, all your new signings would come through the door day one of pre-season. And I'm sure every manager
the trip. I mean, Bournemouth. I'm not. And by the way, I'm not doing the thing of like, don't worry because no one else has done anything. But
no,
Bournemouth have lost 2 or 3.
Lost 3 defenders.
Three defenders. Have they bought anyone?
Don't think so.
Don't think they've bought.
No one of massive note.
Don't think they've bought
far.
anyone. They've still got the attacking players, but the defenders they've been gutted, haven't they? West Ham have brought 2 full backs.
One's good.
And apparently they're taking Callum Wilson.
Oh, they will, won't they?
So and then Manchester United obviously have brought in 2 forwards.
2 good forwards.
So they're the only ones. And I'm not saying that I'm just saying the overall market for clubs where we are is stagnant. And
why do you think that is?
because I just think that the money hasn't started moving around yet. And I'm not saying that's a reason why we should all stay calm. Do what you want, lose your heads, I don't care. but the money hasn't started moving. Arsenal haven't finished.
No.
Liverpool are going to start selling in the next week or two. Luis Diaz will go to Bayern Munich. And then it'll be Harvey Elliott, and they'll start the other lad up front. They'll start moving players out.
And then buying again. Just the last thing.
But like that middle tier, I don't know. Forest have bought a couple of the lads from Brazil, haven't they? Spurs have obviously bought one. Spurs have only bought one player, haven't they? It's not like they've bought Kudus, that's it, isn't it?
I think so. I mean, I'd have to go.
No, I think they have. I think they don't. Gibbs White, obviously, no. I don't think they've bought anyone else. Newcastle, they're trying to get Wissa.
Well, he left Brentford.
But it's nothing's happened yet. Wouldn't surprise me if I've got a sneaky feeling Anthony Gordon might leave this summer. I just think he might. I think he might. You know.
Do you think that'll be the one they paid the money for?
Might be the one that Newcastle are prepared to sell. Obviously, they've brought Alanga in, haven't they? As well.
Yeah.
And then you start going down and you start looking at those teams, and it's like this. Southampton and Leeds. They've brought players in, obviously, because they're going to need to bring players in.
Sunderland.
Sunderland, I meant, not Southampton. They've brought players in. But you look at that middle section, Fulham, not brought anyone in yet.
Kenny?
Villa haven't gone into the market yet, have they? They haven't gone into the market yet.
Villa, no. They're looking for a winger, aren't they? But there's talk they have to sell Jacob Ramsey to create that headroom.
It's quite stagnant. Apart, there's loads of noise, there's loads of names, there's loads happening for City, Liverpool, but everyone else, it is a little bit dead. Players just haven't started moving around yet. So it's a weird one. It's a weird one, and I imagine if you spoke to Everton, that's what they'd say. It's just not moving around yet. And you know, look at have things been delayed by, let's say, Chelsea and Arsenal being in the World Club Championship, so that they're not back in full training yet, so the manager hasn't sort of got those players in and said to them, you know, once City start training again, there's that Grealish comes back and McAtee come back, and then it's, lads, you need to go. Same with Chelsea, you know, their squad. Is it a case of when they come back, they all know who's staying and who's got, the manager does what he, you know, start saying to players, you're training with the under-21s or whatever, you're not part of the squad, find yourself a club. There's Nicholas, like the likes of Nicholas Jackson, there's that push the market on again. It's all a bit strange.
Any of those United players who were left out we did have yesterday? I know Rashford's gone to Barca, so that's the bought Garnacho, Anthony.
No, I wouldn't have Garnacho. I just think for what
plays on the right.
No, but I think for what you pay and what his wages would be, I'm not sure you get it back.
Anthony,
running in Spain, I think he's too small for the Premier League. I just don't think he's
not. Don't get me wrong. You don't look at these and go, these are great characters. No. He's going to be great in our squad. But I'm just saying they both of them do sort of operate down the right hand side. But Sam Border says Kubo's barely in Sociedad's Japan tour vids and is reportedly frustrated by the lack of transfers. Fans fear relegation, so keen to sell, but Madrid have a 50% sell-on clause, so feared the money won't be worth the sale. If we're serious about bringing flair and pace, is now the time to get this moving by injecting cash up front before someone else does. I'd take him, I'd like him. I think he'd be really good for us. If that is 50% sell-on, then what do they want for him? I mean, there was a lot of talk, it was 30 million, but so they only get 15 of it. Doesn't seem right, but who knows? Who knows, Sam? Shay says, I hope all is well. I'm unsure how to word this question, but I've been thinking about it as long as the stadium's being built. Ownership changes, etc. And after Neville Southall's comments about Liverpool doing well can make Everton do well. How can we compare to Liverpool on and off the pitch, as we're currently the secondary Merseyside team?
We can't. It's just realist. You've got to have a bout of realism. We can't. They are a super giant club, and we're not. They are global, and we're not. We are very much this the hometown, the home city club. They're a global fan base. It's as simple as that. You'll see Liverpool shirts, Liverpool fans everywhere. It's just not the case with Everton. It's just not. We missed the boat. We've completely missed the boat. And as I said, when you talk about brands, they are up there in like the top 5 of football, and we're not. And you can't compare. We can't compare ourselves to them. We just can't. And it's. I see now and again people get like a little bit angry at that, or a little bit angry that maybe you'd say that, but it's just the truth. It's just the truth. But if Everton want to get anywhere near that, then they have to start being proactive and clever and start. And this is why I talk about a lot of stuff that I talk about getting things right, where people might go, why does that matter? Why does that matter? Liverpool and clubs like Liverpool just seem to get everything right. They seem to just get it perfect every time. And if they don't get it perfect, or even when it's like the second choice players, they somehow come up smelling of roses, because their list is just, and they have the best people working at the football club, and they have the best practices, and they have invention, and they have ambition. And you see that with like the likes of Manchester City, what they've done and what they're continuing to do. And obviously that comes from the money. But they don't sit there sort of feeling sorry for themselves and deciding, well, we can't do that. They don't, well, we can't do that because we're us. They just go out and do it, and they're very, very good at it. And until Everton start actually, and I've said this for years, puffing out their chest and going, we're going to do it. No, we're going to do it. We're going to break the mould on whatever it is. We're going to do it. So there's no point comparing ourselves with them. There's no point. We have a rivalry with them within the city, but if you're talking about the actual clubs and how they work and the money that comes into the clubs, it's literally night and day, isn't it?
The only way to sort of get it started is just do the small things.
Yeah.
Get the small things correct first. Start taking the small steps. Get better players. Make your team better.
Yeah.
And then everything builds off the back of it.
Yeah. That's all that matters.
They exploded, didn't they, with Klopp?
Yeah.
They've always been a big brand, of course they have, but they were in the doldrums, really. They'd won trophies, but they weren't a superpower in the Premier League. When Klopp come in, they were finishing below Everton. But he come in and obviously did really well with them. They got to that Europa League final in the first year, and they got a Peter Moore in, and then they just took it up a notch. But they got better players, and it all snowballed. And you've seen it. You've seen, City was money, wasn't it? But that they're in. You look at City, we can't do what they did, but they were also in the City with a huge brand, weren't they?
Yeah.
They've created their own brand. All Everton can do is make ourselves better, and then we build it.
Yeah.
They've got to start getting things right. Now, this might be the start of that journey.
Yeah, of course.
Putting the right people in and building it with the stadium. But it's not going to change like that. We're not all of a sudden going to be challenging Liverpool for stuff, because
but ultimately,
the way football is now, it's so different, isn't it?
And I think Manchester United are a really good example of this, is you have to be winning things. You have to be winning things. Manchester United, the fall off in the last 10 years of Manchester United by them not winning like a Premier League or a European Cup, they've obviously won other trophies, FA Cup, League Cup and stuff like that. But by not winning the league or the Champions League, they've massively dropped off. Like, to the point,
the way they're viewed, aren't they?
To the point of like how they're viewed. Like people take the mickey out of them. There's obviously they're not like rolling in money like they used to. They've made so many bad decisions that it's left them at this point. Mostly because the owners have just took massive chunks of money out of them. But it shows how things change so quickly, and how football's always changing, and how you have to change with it. Manchester City are increasing the ground, but they're also putting a hotel and a fan zone next to it, and next to that is an indoor arena, which I've been saying for months. If there's one thing the Friedkin group should be doing, is building an arena next to the ground, and if I'll be massively disappointed.
That'll set your car park up.
But if it takes me car park, it takes me car park. We'll buy the next one and we'll buy another car park. I'd be massively disappointed if we don't do that. Like I've been saying for ages, it's like that whole area should just be covered in Everton stuff, murals, bars. Everton should be buying up all, the Friedkin group should be buying up all the land.
I think you are doing it.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, if you don't do that, then what's the point? If the Friedkins are either in 100% or they're not. And it should be the same with any owner. Everton have a fantastic opportunity with that area. It's an untapped space
city,
which has no identity. And for many years, most people would never go down there. And the only people who go down there is to go to Titanic or a few of the like underground sort of clubs that are down there. It's a massive untapped resource which we could make our own. As soon as you step past Costco, that's Everton's area, all the way down to the stadium, and you feel that. And it'll have the murals, and it'll have just Everton bars, and it'll have whatever you need will be down there, and the whole area will be attractive too. And that's what Everton have to create, because if they don't, and an arena, as I said, an arena where you can put massive concerts on all year round to bring money into this football club, and if they don't, then they've missed their opportunity, because that's the only way we're going to close the gap, is by bringing revenue in from other sources that we can push back into the football team, that allows us to buy better players, and so we can challenge. We're not going to challenge with the money we bring into the club right now. We're just not, because everyone else can do what we're doing anyway, and that's the top and bottom of it.
Jake says right winger to join up with the team in the USA and give the team and fans a massive boost. And he's put, I'm thinking positive. It's good. Jonathan says, will Kinnear and Hammond go to state? Well, Hammond hasn't gone to state, I don't think, but Kinnear has. So,
yeah.
Jamie says, I'm increasingly thinking that we've got a deal in place for Kubo. Wouldn't be surprised to see it break over the weekend after the Japan game on Friday. Maybe I'm being overly optimistic.
Who knows?
Who knows? I like your optimism, Jamie. I really do.
SpongeBob on the super chat. And it really is a super chat. Thank you, my friend. Says, hi, lads. Hope you enjoy the US trip. Transfer news is a bit slow, but got to have faith. Being a blue, haven't we? Thanks for the updates and stay safe over there, chaps. Thank you, mate. Thank you for the super chat. That's very nice. That'll pay for probably a butty and a coffee in New York.
Belter.
But thank you very much, mate. That's boss. You're the top man.
Just saying something about what was Elliot saying there. Cube Blue 96 says Kubo linked again today. Apparently there's more on the deal next week when the pack from Japan. Yeah, I mean I don't know. Who knows? Hopefully. Graham Hedworth, I think he's a Forest fan, says there are loads of clubs not buying at the moment. I suspect come deadline day deals will come hand over fist. Yeah. There is weird. I know we're frustrated.
Yeah.
We know what we need, but and again, I am not condoning Everton not doing business in any way, shape or form here. But there isn't loads going on, is there? So why isn't there loads going on? Is it simply because when you go like, well, waiting for the money to slosh your boat, well, why does that matter to us? Because we're not going to sell anyone, are we, to get our sloshing money? We've got money. So why would that? Because that's what people will be saying. Why
is it that because the teams maybe we're looking to buy off haven't decided whether players are available or not? I don't know. Are we waiting for, like, say a Jack Grealish? Are we waiting for like all the ducks to be in a row? Are we waiting for City to, or are we waiting on somebody else? You're right, because really, any club should be looking at a player thinking, I want that player, and just going to get them. Like it doesn't really make too much sense. People always talk about getting players in early, getting them in for pre-season, getting them in on the tours, but unless somebody asks David Moyes the question directly, did you think you'd have more players in by now? And asking him, what, and getting an answer, a straight answer from him, basically.
Because otherwise, no one's gonna. We're just all guessing, aren't we? Really?
Yeah.
Stephen Dias is not sure why anybody realises that none of the England under-21s have moved yet, even though a lot have gone this summer. Well, McAtee's back tomorrow in training, isn't he? So, Shelley says, well done, Lionesses. Come back last night, didn't he? Late.
Yeah.
96th minute and then the 119th minute to win it.
Penalty shouldn't be allowed, though. In my eyes.
EFC Galasios says, is Barry Dyche fit?
Doesn't sting anymore.
Mark Jones says, what UK times are the USA kickoffs? 9 p.m. on Saturday, the Bournemouth game.
11.
West Ham is
the last one, is it?
11:30, isn't it?
11:30, 6 hours, Chicago, wasn't it? Yeah, so 11:30 on Wednesday and then 10 p.m. on Sunday.
Yep.
It's 5 o'clock, isn't it, in Atlanta? Mo Awada says, great show, lads, as always. I don't understand. These are professional athletes and footballers. They should be naturally fit and have sharpness after a couple of training sessions. Do you agree? It just depends what...
Yeah, you don't know
the
how,
levels. I don't know what the levels are.
You don't know how fit you have to be to play in the Premier League, do you? That's the thing. There's being fit, and then there's, in the 90th minute, still being able to do like long burst and runs. And that's the level now, isn't it? So, and if football, like, you know, if you're tired, your brain goes. That's the first thing. Sloppy passes. That's the first thing. That's the first thing that goes. That's the sharp. When you're talking about sharpness, that's the sharpness. So sloppy passes. It's like when you watch. So it's like when you watch FA Cup games and it's like a Premier League team versus a team below the Championship. Let's say that last 10 minutes, you start watching the opposition and the defenders are just hoofing it anywhere, and you start seeing the fatigue, and the top players are still ping, 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 ping. That's the sharpness, I think.
Sutty says Everton's first fixtures are all teams who have new signings who'll be match fit and integrated into the team. Bournemouth have 3, Brighton have 7, West Ham have 4, Leeds have 7.
We might have 7. It's 4 weeks away.
We're not. Leeds, don't forget, have got to jump up 3 levels to just be even accepted as a Premier League team. The Championship miles behind. But yeah, Dave, who knows? I mean, one of these, Nemetja, is it? You know, the fans are a bit like, he's great. You know, what the other signing, the centre-back from Udinese, can't play against Everton. Who they didn't find out that till last week and they're fuming over it. So he's out the first game. So we won't know, will we? You know, we can look at it like that and we can go, that's worrying. But we don't know, do we? We don't know. Oh yeah, Bournemouth got Trufford, didn't he? We were linked with the left back to replace Kirkes from Lens, is it? Or Lille, somewhere like that. But we'll see, won't we? We don't. We can moan, can't we? And we can fume over it, but we're not in control. James says, how many players do you want us to sign and how many do you think we will sign?
8, 9.
You want us to sign?
Yeah.
And how many do you think we will sign?
8.
See, I said 8 all season that we'd get this summer. 8 or 9. We've got 3 so far. I think we will bring another 5 or 6 in because a few of them will be loans.
Yeah.
We might only buy 2 more. We might buy 3 more, depending on the prices. But we'll bring in 3 loans. I think it'd be stupid not to use that loan market. It'd be stupid. But to use the loan market, normally that comes at the end of the window. So, Peyton, Toffee TV will have people at everyone. We're all at everyone. So yes, we're at New York. We're going tomorrow. Dave says, hi lads, don't you think we could be keeping our powder dry with transfers until we're back from the US? Could be, but I think you'd want them, wouldn't you? You'd want the players in as well. I imagine you would, as early as you can. But we'll see. Hayden says, incredibly jealous of you, living the dream, going over to watch Everton in America. The flights are crazy, mate. Mark says Branthwaite kept passing the ball out the last 2 pre-seasons, even though we looked embarrassed. That's pre-season. None of them look sharp at Blackburn. But he mightn't be sharp because they are doing 2 or 3 sessions a day. And therefore they're not getting much rest, and they've got games against and again, no excuses, because when I watch Everton, I expect them to look like a team in pre-season, but when you're playing against a team that's 10 days ahead of you, maybe their fitness has kicked in a bit. If you're tired mentally, great. I mean, I said it the other day, Graham Stewart was saying every pre-season, he just never, ever in any game did he feel fit. He said, and then it sort of just clicked once the season started. But he said, you never feel sharp when you're playing, because you've been running all week and your legs, and you're tired, and therefore the first thing to go is your passing when you're tired, concentration levels. But I don't know. Michael says, I think we may be in a relegation battle. We won't. Bars, where you get the chance to interview Moyes in the USA. Both me and Pep might be able to ask him some questions. We'll see. Yeah, Philip, I saw the links with Chukwuemeka yesterday. Chelsea are after Xavi Simons today, aren't they? Got to shrug your shoulders, haven't you? Lou says, probably one for you, Baz. I know you watch MLS. Have you seen much of Orlando right back Alex Freeman? Seen bits of him this season. I haven't watched. I've mixed it this season. I normally do. I make sure I watch a bit of Orlando. I've seen bits of him. No. The problem is, you see these. It was like Ruan a few years ago. When we're talking to the pivot about him, his numbers were outrageous. He was lightning. But defensively, he was caught out a lot. You know, and you look at others, you think, he looks interesting, let's watch him a bit more. But we'll see. He's only young, isn't he? So, once to watch, maybe. Sasquatch this afternoon, gents, reading reports that fella Igmani is on the gaffer's radar, looking at his stats. 16 goals, 3 assists across 3 competitions. He had anything to write home about, but he does seem to know where the net is. Well, I was told, and it could be massively wrong, but just Everton at the moment aren't interested in him. But who knows, he could be one that, if he's still bobbing about, Everton they can move for. Cheers, Jake. We will. Now we're doing stuff while we're over there, Mark. We're doing some live stuff, and you'll have vlogs and all of that stuff. Charlie says the Kubo rumour came from a black journalist. James says, see the consortium that Macheri was part of sold the Liver buildings. Bought it for 48 and sold it for 60. Yeah. If only he could have done that with our players. David Eo says, is the shop big enough, Ped?
Yeah, I think it's big enough, yeah.
Okay.
And it's got plenty of stuff in it as well, so...
That's good. Evan Viking says, we just don't get any injuries from... Well, that's the ultimate one, isn't it? The ultimate thing in any of them is you don't want to pick up injuries. Steve P says Brighton selling a Stupian to Milan for €17 million is mad. That's half his market value. He's one of the best left backs in the leagues. They've been doing some strange business lately. I haven't been impressed by them since Ashworth left. Alan says, Ped outlining the lack of business has chilled me out. I'll stop flapping. Nick C says, I've just got my tickets to the Chicago match. Look forward to seeing everyone. Is right, Nick. Jay says, sorry, late to the party, lads, but have you discussed any ideas why the club didn't make the opening of the shop a big event? Dunk signing books, gifts with kits, etc.
No idea. I sort of did explain before that.
Yeah.
Don't know. Just got to get better at this stuff.
Tom Max is best of luck on your travels, lads. Are you doing US immigration in Dublin? Yes. I will be spending my holidays in the US after the Everton games there, unfortunately. We'll take in the Leeds game in the Mill Bar in New York City, though. Go bar for New York. Blues and visitors. Andy says, have a good one in the States, fellas. I've watched part 1 and 2 of the End of an Era documentary also this morning. Great to see some familiar faces too. Yeah. Robert says, afternoon, gents. Hope you all have an amazing time in the States. Wish I could have come and caught you somewhere. Eddie says, Richard Rios at Benfica. Feel we could have gone for him. Seen something about that yesterday. Don't know whether he wanted to play in Champions League or whatever, Europe or something, so that sort of ruled us out, didn't it? Alan,
That's the other side of it. Sorry,
yeah,
just the other side of it.
Yeah.
The amount of teams in the Premier League who can offer European football is obviously, it's huge this season, isn't it? To attract players in, and then players do want to play in the Champions League, and do want to play in Europe. We just can't offer them it. So unless we're going to offer them huge wages, what have we got to offer them? What are we selling them? That's the hard bit, and obviously Moyes speaking to players, but that must be really, really difficult. Saying, "Oh, do you want to sign for Everton?" Why would I want to do that?
Yeah,
that's a reality, isn't it? That's somewhat like, the club and that. Yeah, you can point them at the stadium and all that kind of stuff, but it is a reality.
Everton Viking says, still stand by us needing 6 or 7 players. No, we do. You're right. I don't want excuses about how hard the market is. It's as hard as you make it. I don't want managed expectations. We will struggle if we don't get what's required of us. Can't keep throwing away games at the start of the season when it can be proved vital at the end. Yeah. Andrew Ward talking about the other stuff says people still need to remember the stadium's a building site still at the moment. Everton Viking says, hope you guys have a boss time and hope Barry can look bright. We just need a little bit of something to hold on to. And Terry Holden says, I was over at the Hill Dickinson last week, spoke to the gateman at the Nelson Dock end. I asked him if Everton now own Nelson Dock. He said no, it's on an 18-month lease to the club.
Well, they wouldn't own it anyway. It would always be leased from Peel, I imagine. Peel own all that anyway. Peel own, I think, pretty much own the land. Everton I've got the stadium. Peel don't sell, they just rent. Lease, yeah. But I mean, the stadium's like 100, 200, 500 year list. So it'd be the same if we built an arena. But
Neil Millerchip says the club hasn't told supporters who travel to games on a coach where their coach will be able to park it.
The away fans? Oh, I already know. I've been told.
Fair play. Alan says, hey lads, first time I've got to watch the live since the week Moyes took over. Knows what he's doing, starting to get a bit twitchy over lack of incomes, though got to trust him, he's earned it. And Everton Viking says also no reason for us not to go and get signings while we're over in the US. If I hear, we'll just wait for America to be over in terms of recruitment. Alarm bells are go. No one's going to be saying that though, are they? Let's be honest. Tajon Buchanan's available from Inter as an actual right winger. Yeah, he's good, fast. Matthew S says Kubo links are everywhere. Really hope we get him. He'd be a solid right winger, and I have a penchant for Japan.
Posh.
There you go. Blue Keeley says, are all the Toffee TV guys gone? Me, Ped and John R. James is staying home to chill and practice his parking and avoid getting pulled over by unmarked police cars. Working on his, driving under the radar. Lou says, Arne Engels from Rangers is a player I'd be looking at. 21 can play centre, mid and right back. Lovely passer the ball. Okay. Blue Keeley says, do you think we'll be less able to get deals done while we're in the USA? I won't change anything. Nick Hammond will be over here doing the negotiating. Angus Kinney is in the States with Moyes. So it won't really change anything. Gary B. Will, thank you. Mark Max says, say what you want about Rafa, but at least he got us some wingers. Let's get him in as the Doff. Blue Keeley says, could you see Jack Grealish being alone? Can't see anyone matching City's asking price.
Have to, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I can't see anyone buying him. No. Kev Maloney says it was a fatigue, a mental mistake that led to the winning goal of Forest last year. It was. and we've been on the end of them from ourselves. Shay says absolutely spot on, Ped, about making the Bramley-Moore Dock area Everton. I want to see many murals, blueness and all things Everton. Pubs, restaurants, cafes, fan clubs, anything and everything Everton around the dock. As well as that, I think the arena idea is fantastic. Is it realistic though? What is the area across the road from the arena? Looks all abandoned as far as pics show. We could economise that area too. The arena is as realistic as someone wants to make it. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Shay says Arne Engels plays for Celtic, not Rangers. There you go. Who was it who said them? Lou, Celtic, not Rangers. Let's Be Having You says, afternoon lads, would rather see the kid on the right for the tour, assuming we're not going to make a deal in time to get anyone else out there with us. We know what McNeil can or rather can't do. Anyway, enjoy the trip. Cheers, mate. Well, I mean, I don't know if Justin Clark's gone. Who knows? I mean, a few of them, we haven't got anyone, so a few of them are going to have to go. Isaac Heath as well, so maybe the manager will. Do we? Willow says, Ped, where in Ormskirk do you get your haircut?
Me mate Darren.
Is it a shop?
Chopson's, is it?
Oh yeah, Chopson's. Yeah.
Chopson's.
Seen that on the calendar here. Chopson's.
Yeah.
David said, yeah, they are. They did fly direct from Liverpool John Lennon Airport this morning. Yeah. Dan says, glad to see the flag sorted. You know, we do try to do it. I've moved it away so no one, you know, kicks it or whatever. Seeing if there's anything else here. Scott says, is the club not going to release a long sleeve kit? No idea, mate. No idea. Michael Ring says we need the Everton mile. Mark Cody says, I'm not bothered about a left-footed right winger if he has pace. Yeah, we need pace. We need pace. John Mack, well, yeah, we're flying from Manchester to Dublin, then Dublin to New York. Gary Mina 2 says, is Ped doing the Everton in the community run in October?
Maybe. I haven't signed up for it yet.
It's only July.
Yeah.
You make that decision closer to the time. Stephen Dyer says, given the links with Japan, with TFG due to the Toyota thing, I can see them signing off on a bit of extra funds to get them over the line.
Do it.
And it'd be a great PR move for their company.
Do it.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's lots of benefits to signing him, but he is a very good footballer, which is the most important benefit to signing Kubo, isn't it? And he plays on the right, which is, you know, almost unheard of. If Everton got a right side to player, but that's what we need. Adam says, Pet, your Tearless Tuesday intro made my dog jump out of his bed. He's done crying faces. That's a beater.
Yeah, to be there.
Shay says, do you think we will sell any players in this window, as we've already lost plenty? Could see Patterson go, but that's it, to be honest.
No, I don't think we will sell anyone.
No. I'll be honest, I can't see Patterson going anywhere.
I think the squad is too small to sell anyone.
We don't know what Seamus is going to be doing, do we?
Yeah.
No, he's not. I mean, I had no idea if he was involved yesterday against Paul Fale, but he didn't play. Wasn't involved at Accrington, wasn't involved at Blackburn.
Well, Patterson started all three,
Patterson started the 3 games, so... I mean, Tarky was on the plane looking rather pleased with himself walking on the tarmac, wasn't he? So hopefully he'll step it up and get some game time.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Jay Deno says, bring plenty of sunscreen, lads. It's scorching over here.
I've got me spray, me Factor 50 spray.
I've got the sun cream there. Got the sun cream. Stephen Dyer then says, see the story about the Leeds lad getting an NGI sent sent by mistake. Be funny if an Everton fan ended up with a Leeds Harrison shirt. Not sure. Life is Evertonian says, lads, would you like to see white seats in the stadium?
Eventually, yeah. But, like, I don't think it...
Would you? I really... That doesn't really bother me, but...
Yeah, I would, yeah.
Would you? Fair enough. Fair enough. Kieran says, the only one I could see is selling is Michalenko before his contract runs out. Why? He's about to sign a new contract, Michalenko. Apparently. Michael Short says, I think Patterson's been bombing on. Dodgy start versus Blackburn, but did well after that. He did do well after that. He did have was the first 10 minutes or so Blackburn, he was... But then after that, he was sound. Fine, he just got to get out of his feet and put the ball in.
Yeah.
Just concentrate on doing the last bit well. Get out, attack the attack the space and put the ball into the box. And it'll just be, then it's up to other people to get on the end of it then, isn't it? Michael Fang says, seems like left-footed right wingers are now what clubs are looking for, as most want their wingers cutting in with fullbacks overlapping. Philip, I'm with you. I'd rather see the grey concrete painted. Oh, hang on, no.
No, not white.
No,
blue.
then I seen white.
No,
then I
it's gotta
seen
be
white.
blue.
I don't agree with that. It's got to be blue. It's got to be blue. Stephen Dyer says, McNeil is the obvious one we could lose if we got someone to cover and Jay. Young enough to have value and experience, but just bit mediocre. I think he'll just be part of the squad, won't he? And it's up to Dwight to force him. I mean, he's in at the moment, so he's got to get better and try to say to Moyes that, I've got the shirt, I want it, but he can play 2 or 3 positions, can't he? So that'll be, I imagine, that's, quite valuable for the manager. We'll see. Shelley, no, there isn't any set-piece coach yet.
No.
I don't know whether there's any
against
plans to have it, yeah. It was something he said he was just going to try, didn't he, when he come in? He's never had one before, he said. And we'll try it and see what happens with it. But, yeah. And Phil says white concrete would look well dirty after 50,000 Toffees had traipsed all over it.
He was talking about the wall on between the...
That can't be white. That could never be white. Mike Bond, they're on Sky, but there's a couple of other places. I don't know where they are, but those games, yeah, those games are on Sky. Is showing it the summer series. Yeah, Simon Davies says, heard Neil Militip ask about the coach. He's on the South Wales Everton fans bus. About 50 of us come up to every home game. We're getting dropped off at the Abbey, but don't know where we are now. Or we were getting dropped off at the Abbey, don't know where we are now. They are putting LED round
LEDs
round the middle, aren't they?
Yeah.
But they don't think they're putting it on the wall in the south stand, are they?
No.
So that's got to be painted blue. RC says it can't be blue. What about bird cack all over it? What? What about bird cack all over the sheets then? That a blue?
Weird.
Not having that one. I'm not having that one, sorry. The games, Mark Jones says the games are on NBC Peacock. Everton youth are competing in Bermuda this week, says Mickey Wood. Good luck to the lads. Yeah. And Phil says our wall makes sense. They could definitely do better than that blank concrete. I can't imagine they're just going to leave the blank concrete the way it is.
No, it has to be painted blue so it looks like all one thing. Yeah. Otherwise, it looks stupid.
Yeah.
We were told it was going to be one big stand, and we know why there's a wall in the middle of it, so because to separate the standing from the sitting. But you got to make that blue so it still looks like one continuous thing. It just doesn't.
Harsey says when the Seagulls get their revenge. Yeah. Right. We're done. We are done. So the next live broadcast you'll have from us will be from the USA. So take it easy, everyone. Keep the faith. Let's hope that Everton can bring players in. Let's hope Everton turn in some decent performances in the summer series and give us a little bit of a, give us a bit of hope for the new. I mean, we have got hope. We should have hope, but let's hope Everton put on a good display in the 3 games and pick everybody up before we return with the Roma game, the week of the Roma game, don't we? So take it easy, everyone. Take it all easy, and take it easy, all of you. Thanks for joining us. Like, subscribe, do all that. See you later.
See you later.